Morning, guys. Morning,
Brilliant,
guys.
mate.
How are you?
We're in top form. Enjoyed the football over the weekend, David. As always, we want to give us your take on the game yesterday, the Arsenal City game, and we want to ask you what Andy and I have been chatting all morning about the goalkeeping situation. So, what do you think of the game first of all?
I thought the game was tight. There wasn't a lot of goal mouth action, but you could see that both sides were just checking each other out. And for Arsenal to keep City at bay like that for as long as they did, that's just great signs for the future for me. I think they only had like one or two attempts on target, and it was a great defensive display. But not just like the back four; it was a team defensive display as well. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, the goalie got away with one, David, didn't he? First half with Alvarez, he looked like he was taking a little bit too long there. One or two. He's going to make mistakes. Of course, he's going to make mistakes. Yeah. But of course, it's analysed to such levels now because of the fact that they paid so much money for him, and he took over from Ramsdale. There's a huge focus on him. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, he needs to tidy that up a bit. It's we all know that he's really good with his feet. But yesterday he showed that if he takes too much time, he's going to get closed down like that. And I've seen Aaron do the similar thing. But with David, it's he's settling in as well. He's only played about 4 games for Arsenal. So all right, there've been massive games, but this was a huge game. And he's just settling in for me. It's things that the Arsenal, the goalkeepers, it takes time to settle. He's come from Brentford and now it's Arsenal. It's a totally different pressure. And I'm sure he'll get used to it. But like you said, the pressure is there from Aaron because Aaron didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
The fans are still with him. I saw Aaron do a lap of one at the end of the game, and all the fans were applauding him still. And I'm sure that the fans have got a lot of feelings for Aaron, but David's in the goal now, so they've got to be equal.
The one thing you would say, David, and you know Aaron, probably as well as MD, I look at him and I think the one thing that you all get off him is the correct attitude. He looks the type that will not be throwing toys at the prams. He'll just he'll do his training, stick to his training regime and work his way, and hopefully he'll just wait to get a break back in the team.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, and even I'm guilty of this. We think of Aaron as a 28, 30-year-old experienced pro. He's 24.
Yeah,
he's still acting like he does. He's a proper professional, and it's hard for him to take because when you look back, like last year, he was voted the goalkeeper of the Premier League by the players, which is a massive accolade. You know what that's like, guys. When the players vote for you, it makes you feel so proud. And then coming off the 5 games that he played, coming off the back of England beating Scotland. Sorry, Ali, but
okay, mate. I wasn't even close, mate. But to be honest, if it was close, I'd have been upset. But it wasn't even close.
But it's a tough pill for him to swallow. But he'll be totally professional as he always is.
Yeah. What have you made of some of the other goalkeepers, David, that we've seen for the first time this season, like Vicario at Spurs, who's also come in and has settled in well and is looking pretty confident, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. From a goalkeeper I've not seen before. To step into the Premier League, step into the Premier League like that, and he's making some saves. They're top of the league. He's doing really well. The other one is Anana at Man United, who's struggling. Everybody talks to me about these new goalkeepers coming in, and they're all going, "Yeah, brilliant with his feet." And I'm like, what's he like with his hands? He's a goalie.
Yeah. It's very true, that. Very true.
David, what about City overall? Andy and I obviously said the missing guys, real quality, De Bruyne and Rodri. I still think they're suffering a little bit. Lack of, certainly Gundogan, potentially Mahrez. I think they've done remarkably well to start the season. Just seen a little bit of a dip in a couple of weeks. What do you think?
Yeah, when they've got players like that out, it's going to be tough. We had a few players out as well, by the way. Like it was great to see Partey come back. And he just settled that midfield, and then obviously Martinelli getting in there as well. So yeah, but with City, when you take, and there was no Jack Grealish as well. When you take those 3 out, that's a massive part of your team. So they will get better. Is it a hangover from the treble? It's a decent hangover to have, if I'm honest.
Yeah, David. In the with obviously a lot of talk at the moment about the David Beckham documentary on Netflix, and you was in goal, wasn't you, for that game against Argentina?
I was, yes, mate.
And obviously the reaction afterwards, I think, has shocked quite a lot of people that have watched it. Obviously, we all know what went on, but was you aware of what was about to happen to him really when he got back?
No, not as bad as it was, Andy. Because when you look at the actual sending off, it was so poor. I felt, it was really harsh. It wasn't a real red card. And the referee couldn't wait to get his red card out.
Yeah.
It affected the game. Okay, we took it to penalties and got beyond penalties, but the reaction from everyone, the media, the public, it was really bad. And I experienced, obviously, when I let the goal in against Ronaldinho, I was actually on the pitch thinking, wow, am I going to get treated like Beckham did?
Really? Was that going through your mind then?
Yeah, of course it did, mate. And because of how harsh it was on Bex, you never forget stuff like that. Then you start wondering yourself. But no, he's dealt with it well. I've not seen the documentary, if I'm honest, but I will. Excuse me, I will have a look at it. But yeah, I just found it was a harsh sending off and then really harsh treatment, Evan.
Brilliant, David. Listen, mate, thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks, David. Thank you.
Shall we then get
guys,
for him?
thanks,
Hopefully
mate.
catch up soon, mate. It's 8:14, just kind of 8:15. Stay with us.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.